and this is an opportunity to have a.
Sorry, folks. We have been having some glitch. So, hi everyone. So, here's CodingBlocks LPU team, and this is the event of Code-Carvan, and I'm going to give the event to stage to all these people. Sorry, we have been all in muted. Now, go ahead. So, starting from Arushi, go on. Sorry about the problem.
It's okay. Hi there. My name is Arushi, and I'm the founder and content writing head of CodingBlocks LPU. This event is a part of Code-Carvan, a 5-day event. And today we'll be having our day 2 on project-based web development workshop by Praveen sir. And next we have Bhupendra Chauhan.
So hello everyone, this is Bhupendra Chauhan from CodingBlocks LPU, and I'm the founder and marketing head of CodingBlocks LPU. And this is a part of today's session is a part of basically 5 days event Code-Carvan. Yesterday we had a session with Adhiraj Chauhan sir on web development, and today we have the most talented, intelligent Praveen Kumar Purushothaman sir. And I can say till ever I have made the mentor. He is the best mentor I have ever made, and he is currently in UK. And so I would love to introduce, and this is a great opportunity for me to have an interaction with sir, and he is a mentor who basically literally have a knowledge. And so guys, kindly maintain the diagram.
Don't say sir. Don't say sir.
So, no, it is an opportunity, and even it's our luck to call you sir and have you in this meeting. So let's take this session forward and have an interactive session with everyone. Kindly maintain the diagram and stay in the meet. So over to Sumit, everything, and let's take this session forward.
Hello everyone, this is me, Sumit Walani. I am the public speaker from CodingBlocks LPU. We really welcome you, sir, over here, Praveen sir. He's saying you just don't call him sir, but seriously, it's really an honor to have him here. And because I just don't know if you guys know, but he's one of the literally elite in the web development courses. And as I have also attended the Code Fest, we have had his meeting over here, and the way he beautifully explained the pathway and the roadmaps, it was really interesting. And today you guys are here with us, and trust me, it's going to be really a very interactive session, and you guys will have a really good time. So over to Praveen sir, and sir, stage is all yours. As always, rock it.
Okay, so without further delay, I'm sorry that initially we had some hiccups of not hearing anything. So let's go ahead with this. So we want to do something really cool. So I believe everyone from the team said let's make a small portfolio or something, but portfolio has been okay. So now the thing is, I want every one of you in the stream to tell what is the best project we can do, like a web development project. So put your ideas here, and I could see Aditya and Sai. Aditya, yes, sorry about the hearing part, we have fixed it, and please let us know if there is any more hiccups from my side. So what would be the best idea? So give the stream a like and subscribe and start talking, whoever comes first. And also I believe a lot of people will know that anyone who is coming for my streams, you will be getting some kind of like gift coupons and stuff like that. So if we are doing something related to web development, definitely we are doing something. We are going to give some goodies as well, so don't miss it. Now, coming back to the stuff, everyone is like telling about let's go for portfolio, or what would be the best web project shall we do? So put in your ideas, and in the meantime, I'll start sharing my screen and also tell you like a bit about what full stack development is and all the other things as well. So kindly let me know if you all are able to see my screen. And this is my website. So here's my website, and this is a simple website which I built. It says I'm a cat lover, I'm a cook, I'm a mentor, I'm a full stack developer, etc. So here's my YouTube channel, and here's all the ways you can come and connect with me. And in the YouTube channel, we are definitely looking at going for the live stuff, and it's going on here, which looks really nice. And apart from these things, so I would like you all to build something like this at the end of the webinar. So here's a simple introduction about myself, and I have given only the relevant details. I haven't given my year of birth, which is not relevant really for any professional stuff. I do understand that a lot of people here are students and you would be not having any experience part. So instead of writing any experience, try to put your own projects that you have written here. And the next thing which I would say is the education. What did I do here? I just copied everything from my university website. These things are from university website, so it's easy to add contents to this part. And one thing which I would say is all these numbers are made up numbers. They are like much more higher than the original ones, are much more higher than what is being depicted here. And one thing which I wanted to tell everyone who are here is, please try to have a list of portfolio. For example, the reason I say is, this is a project which I did like 12 years ago. This is a project which I did like 11 years ago. And this one I did like 10 years ago. Anyone who is looking at your profile, who wants to gauge you about what you are doing, etc., if they look at how you have, like grown over time, like these are the recent projects that I did, and they look absolutely better than what I did like in the first few days, right? So always having a portfolio in your public like social network or something like that. In case if you are in LinkedIn, use your LinkedIn to promote your portfolio. And in case if you are with Twitter, use Twitter. One more main thing which I wanted to tell us, like the written communication skills. So start writing blogs, and the basically two types of blogs I write. One is the technical blog, and another one is again a technical blog. So two things. One is something about a new stuff, and another thing, I had a problem and how I went ahead solving it. The first thing is like about a technical topic. So in case if you're writing about a technical topic, try to make it in such a way that write in a storytelling mode and tell in such a way that a grandpa or grandma will be able to understand, or a 5-year-old kid can understand it. And secondly, if you're writing about a problem that you recently solved, try to explain the whole problem, what exactly the problem is, then what expected solution that you were looking for, what is the approach and steps that you took, and then finally, what is the solution you got, which is almost equal to the expected solution. This way, it will also look into your problem solving abilities. And this is what, as a person who interviews candidates, will look at. So I have been interviewing candidates for the past 5 to 6 years, and I have been looking at the problem solving approach, not exactly the solution. And finally, this is what people talk behind my back, and here's how you can talk behind my back. So let's start with a complete web application. So web development application, web project. So I would be requiring answers from you all. I don't know what is happening with Sumit. He keeps going off. So sorry about the blank screen down there, but yes. So yeah, with respect to other things, hey, we have Sahitya Rai. Hi. And folks who are watching this stream, give a thumbs up. And whoever wants to get your first goodie, please tell a great idea. A small idea is also great. So we can start with something and then we can finish it off in like 1 or 1.5 hours along. I guess we should do something very simple, and it should be able to be completed in 1 hour's time. And after the completion, we should be able to answer all the questions and questions that you might have. Make sure you make the whole thing interactive so that it's going to be easier for you. Like if you ask your questions, I'll be able to answer. I've got like 20 years of experience now, so I'm happy to answer any kind of questions that you might have. So who are all available? Just hit the like button and say something here. Put a message on the stream. Like, no one is chatting. I want this to be completely interactive. Come on. Okay, who wants $50? Hey, I can't say anything here. Food ordering site. That's actually a good idea. Hey, it would be, I don't think we will be able to complete it in 1 hour. So anything that could be completed in 1 hour. But Mr. Anonymous, message me on LinkedIn. I have sent my credentials. I would like to give you a goodie, something from my goodie bag. Blood donation site. I guess someone already told about blood donation site. I guess it should be good that we should go for the blood donation site. So what shall we go? Food ordering site is great, Anonymous. And Arya, please, you too, message me on LinkedIn. let's get you something really cool. Okay. So we have got 2 winners already. So go for it. So let's do the blood donation site. So what about others? Is everyone okay with that idea? Yep, let's go. Okay, cool. Without further delay, let me start with. So I would like to show my. What should I say? Let me start sharing my screen, and I want to show you how my development environment is. So if I type in Praveen Dev Environment, and the first link in Google is going to be my personal development environment. And I have been meaning to do this particular blood donation portal for a long time, because this is one of the best things I have. I come to know, like, I mean, it's always better to have a blood donation site, right? So a lot of people will be there, etc. So I basically run on a Mac OS. It's a modified Mac OS, and it has got Google Chrome in it, because in spite of all the problems that Google Chrome has, Google Chrome is really good, because we are able to do a lot of things in web development area, and there are like so many extensions. So how many of you are okay with doing this in React.js? React.js is one of the most sought after like library right now. And is everyone okay with going with a React application? So hit the like button. Let's get the like count more than 35. Okay, cool. So we have got a lot of people watching. So let's make the like count as 35, and let's go with the next things. So I've got a couple of Google Chrome extensions. So I would really ask you to install this particular thing, React Dev Tools. So it is from Facebook, and I guess it's from Meta now. So it's a featured one, and it is offered by Meta. Yes, Facebook has changed its name, and this is React Dev Tools, and it has got all these awesome features which I will be coming and talking about. In case if you are all not in a position to install a lot of things in your computer, we can also do the web version. So we will also go into the web version, and we will start working on that too. And it's going to be a blood donation portal. So let's think about a couple of things. So first thing is we need to add a person's name, like, we can add someone's name, and we can choose the blood group and the location as well, phone number, location, something like that. And okay, so coming to my computer's setup, so I've got Zoom, because I generally talk to even my family through Zoom, because that's one of the easiest way, because I've got a Zoom room. Then Git. How many of you like to time travel using code? So if you want to time travel your code, Git is the best thing. So Arya, if you know HTML and CSS and JavaScript, the basics of HTML and CSS and JavaScript, it is perfectly fine. We can start with a lot of things which we can add on. So I'll teach you the Git and GitHub. I'll teach you the basics of React in this thing as well. Everything which I do, I'll tell you what it does, etc. So if you have any questions, I'm super happy to answer everything. All right. So just message, okay, I'm not able to understand this part or something like that. I'm constantly looking at the chat as well, and then we will go ahead and make it work as well. So, okay, so that's about it. And I'm using Git for all the version control systems. Then item 2. Okay, so leave this part. We will be mainly using VS Code with a couple of extensions. So, but today, since a lot of people are new to React and they don't have the necessary setup inside React, we are going to use this website called react.new. I'm going to send this website on the link. Oh, cool. Arya, you have also made a project on that. So we'll be using GitHub and React. Rohit Raj, seriously nice question, man. If you had come 1 hour before to my stream, I was talking about the roadmap of full stack web development. So this is the Code Sandbox site that I'm talking about. So we'll go ahead and start with a simple development environment online. You don't need to install anything at all. So just typing in react.new on your browser, it is going to open this particular Code Sandbox, and here you go. I'm going to make it bigger so that everyone is able to see it. So is everyone able to see what is here like? It's clear, right? Everything is clear, right?
Yes, sir. Everything is absolutely clear. Perfect.
Awesome. So right. So this is Code Sandbox, and this one has got almost all these things that are required for you to start with React. This is a starter project, and this starter project will have all the files required in the basic minimal methods. For learning React, I'll definitely give you, maybe I can get connected with the team and then teach you all in a better way how to learn React. But this is the starter template, which is enough for you to like get started with the whole stuff. Okay. So before that, let me have a quick look at the questions. Cool. So let's go ahead and start with something basic. So we are going to do, so basically, I'm not going to use any of the, how should I say this? Any of the CSS or anything, but directly jump into the React side of things. And then I'll show you how we can make something basic to something beautiful. All right. So this is what we are going to do. And we'll be using Bootstrap for all these things so that the styling will be looking really good. For now, in the style.css, what I have got is nothing. Just app has got sans serif. That's it. Okay. So nothing else I have used. So the first thing that I'm going to do is start with the index. So this is how it is available in React. All these things will be available for you when you start with a new React project. And with respect to your application, so you have this particular scenario, like you have a public folder, you have a couple of SRC files. These are the things that you would be having. Okay. And the dependencies are totally not required or not needed. So this is what you have got with you in terms of like what is there in React and other things. Okay. So now coming to the main stuff, what we are going to do is we'll start with doing the basic code and other things. Okay. So any questions, please message, and I'm going to quickly check if there are any questions right away. Can you please tell what exactly for we are using React? Okay, why React? That is the first question. First thing is, if you start working with React, you will be getting a lot of money because a lot of career opportunities are there with React. That's one thing. Second thing, why React? Why not HTML and CSS? So Arya, I'm going to ask you the question. Will you be able to do partials in HTML and CSS? Like, for example, if you are creating a website or web application, there are loads and loads of places you would be doing repeated code. For example, let's say you are building your school website. In the school website, you have 5 pages. All the 5 pages will have the common header, right? So if you want to change the header in one place, you have to change in 5 different files, correct? Header and footer will always be same. Technically, footer will remain the same thing, but if you want to change anything in the footer, you have to change in all the different pages, correct? Whereas in terms of React is going to follow extremely this do not repeat yourself, DRY principle, and you just need to write footer and then add it to one place, and that gets added everywhere. So it gets changed everywhere. So you will be looking at the same thing here. So we'll have a look at how it works, and then we will go with those things. Or else we will start with Bootstrap itself, and we will see how exactly Bootstrap and React are going to get together each other. And Samarth, yes, I agree with you. It is also the trending thing. So a lot of people are starting to use React. So we are using React as well. So let's go ahead. I'm going to quickly show the toolbar as well. And now I'm going to use this getbootstrap.com. This is going to help me with, I'm going to use the old version, and do not ever use Bootstrap React along with jQuery. jQuery is a DOM manipulation library. So whatever you are going to do, you are directly picking the DOM, changing things out, and then seeing the output. Whereas React is going to be a virtual DOM manipulation library. There is no DOM here. There is a virtual DOM. It's something like a screen on top of your real DOM, and you will be making things very faster, quicker transition, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the public page, and in this public HTML page, I am going to try. Wait, I'm going to make this smaller. Now, here, this is the main page, right? So let's start with blood donation website. from CodingBlocks LPU. So something like this. And also we'll need to add the links, link rel things. So we'll do it all the things after the title part. So I'm going to add this particular style sheet, and then I'm going to go to fonts.google.com. I don't want you guys to suggest the Dracula font, okay, for blood donation. Yes, we are doing blood donation, but that doesn't mean that we should be using a Dracula font. For now, I'm just not going to waste time. I'm going to take this light, regular, and semi-bold or medium. So I'm just going to copy these three things, and then I'm going to add, oh, wow. Did you see this name? It's Pensive Ramanujan OX5GDI. Oh my God. This is an Indian name, right? The Indian mathematician's name. It's a proud moment. Code Sandbox is not from India, definitely, but they are using an Indian name, which is cool. Okay, so now we have got all these things. And now in this SRC, in this style.css, I'm going to put everything to use Open Sans. And if I save it, it is actually using Open Sans. Now, the next thing which I wanted to do is to add some, the Bootstrap stuff. So there is this particular repository that I have got, which is called as Bootstrap React Helpers. So this has got all the card elements, headers, etc. Now, my quick question is, how many of you want a dark header? How many of you want a light header? Please tell me. I'm going to create a folder here and put the app inside that. I'm going to update index to say it's inside the components so that it works. All good, right? Okay, there is the style.css not found. All right, that's fine. I'm going to remove all these things or just leave this. So style.css should be added here. Import styles.css. All right, cool, that works. So now the fun part is I will explain every single file how I am doing. So if you see one particular file, so this is the app file, the main application file. I'm going to also add this header file here. So it is called as header.js, and this header.js has got this particular code. What this code does, if you go and check the navbar in Bootstrap, you could see that the navbar's code looks like this. Let's go with the text one or brand. Okay, if you see this, there is this particular navbar, right? So if you want to have a navbar, you have to have a nav with a class called navbar, navbar light, bg light for the light navbar. When I look at this one, it does have this navbar thing, but we are also able to change the navbar's property, whether it is dark or light mode. How many of you want dark? How many of you want light? I guess I could see a lot of people have got dark completely, and we can, there is this awesome idea from Nikhil. Connect with me. So people, whoever has answered, please connect with me on LinkedIn. I want to give you a small goodie, something really cool for you to try out your own portfolio or web development project. So don't miss it. Okay. So yes, dark, obviously. So what I'm going to do is, these are all props. Okay. The dark, children, class name, etc. are props. First thing is, when it comes to React, we are writing everything inside the JavaScript file. So if you are typing a class is a keyword in JavaScript. So you cannot use class. So instead you will be using class name. So inside this, we are giving nav class name, and this is going to be a dynamic variable. Okay. Dynamic value. So here what I'm doing is, if you have selected dark, this is JavaScript, and I'm trying to put it, I'm converting the dark variable, which could be most probably a string variable, into a Boolean variable. And if it is through I'm going to make it as dark. If it is not, I'm going to make it as light. So this will be a string variable which either contains dark or light. So this becomes navbar dark, bg dark, or navbar light, bg light, based on what exactly you will be giving. And then I'm sending the span, and then whatever is there inside the tags, I'm going to update it here. So that exactly is what is happening here. And I don't want this particular. Okay. And I don't want this particular thing. So what is going to happen here is, in terms of like the way we actually work. Wait, I have got header, right? I'm going to remove everything. I'm going to open my VS Code here. Just give me a second. I'm going to show you how my VS Code looks like in my local machine. So this is my local machine VS Code, and it has got these couple of extensions as well. There are 8 extensions here, and technically I don't want to tell about my local stuff, but at the same time, how many of you are lazy just like me? Just type in lazy in the comment section. Okay, I could see a lot of people who are lazy. So what I'm going to do is in my VS Code, if I want my React stuff here, so if I want a class component, I would just do this. So this is a class component. All I need to do is change this into export default app, and then I just need this one. So I'm just going to cut everything here, put it over here. And this should actually work. And I'm going to change this into JSR. Oh, wait. Cool. Here, I'm going to put app and then hello world. Okay. On the right side, immediately you will be able to see what is the output here. And one more thing which I wanted to show you is, so this particular plugin, the ESLint and Prettier, actually does a lot of help for me. For example, I'm very quickly writing a code which is not even readable by me. And I'm just doing like b.map, c comma d. Then I'm going to put const d equal to c of d. Okay, const e equal to c of d, return e. So I have added only one single instance of this semicolon, and I have got all these things here. And if I try to copy it and paste it here, look at what this has done. So how many semicolons are there? 1, 2, 3, 3 semicolons, versus there are no parentheses around the b, because there is only single character here, single parameter. You don't need a parenthesis for the single parameter. So these are a couple of things. It is completely readable and it is very nice to see. So this is what Prettier does, and Prettier along with ESLint. GitLens is really cool. So it's going to tell who, I mean, like we Indians are very happy about blaming people, right? So look at this, who did what. It was done by me like 4 years ago or something like that. That exactly is what GitLens does. So in this particular example, if you see, let's say this particular thing, it will show you like after this thing, it's going to show you who actually did what. It was me who did 4 years ago. So did the change 4 years ago. So, and apart from these things, I have got other useless plugins and ES7 React Redux snippets. This is what I showed here. If I do RCC, it is going to give me a class component. If I do React arrow function component with export, it is going to do arrow function component with export. And there are like loads and loads of things that it can do. Apart from these things, how many of you want to see another magic? Some magic. So I'm going to put a HTML thing here. Okay. So these are React shortcuts. Yes. So we'll be working towards this one. And coming to this part, okay, here's something really cool. Okay, I have a header. The header has got something called logo. And there is the nav screen and other things. Okay, there is nav 1, nav 2, nav 3, and nav 4. Sorry about my handwriting. It is very bad. I know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try finding a HTML file for this. Okay. So just give me 1 second. Let's say CodingBlocks LPU, and you have got an, let me find this one. Okay, so I found this one. So if you see this particular screen, so this particular document, whatever it is written in this page, will be able to produce this particular output. Okay, so how many of you can everyone tell me how long does it take for me to write the code like this? Just put your times. Yeah, Nikhil and Sai Aditya, yes, this is going to be very interesting for everyone. Yes, this is what we are going to quickly demonstrate. But before that, I wanted to show you all Hey, Nikhil, I'm going to kick you out of the stream, man. Okay, so we have got a lot of answers now. But thanks, Nikhil. Nikhil, that was great. But let's see how it goes. We have got a lot of people. I'm going to ignore the answers from Sai, Aditya, and Nikhil because they know what I'm going to show. But for those people who did not know, a lot of people are saying from times between 2 minutes and 10 minutes, right? So what I'm going to do now here is, in the screen, you can see this one, right? So you know this particular thing. I'm going to switch off this one. And I don't know if this is even working or not. For some reason, my screen is frozen. Is it frozen? It's me who is frozen. Sorry. So I'm going to create a new timer window. Let's put stopwatch. Google stopwatch. Okay, cool. We have a stopwatch here. And here's it. So if I want to create something like this, a lot of people were telling 2 minutes to 10 minutes, right? So let's see how long this takes. And this is going to be like kind of an eye opener for everyone. So I'm going to start with HTML. Okay. So before doing anything, I'm going to press the start and start only after 5 seconds because I need to set up this one. Click here and go here, etc. Those things I don't want to calculate. Okay. So is everyone okay? Let's go for it. So all I need to do is once I hit 5 seconds. Okay. HTML is what I want. So I start with this one. I put CodingBlocks LPU, and then I have a header. Inside the header, I have a H1. Inside the H1, I have got A, and A has got logo. After that, there is a nav, there is a UL, and there is 4 different list items. And then we have got A with nav 1, 2, 3, 4. Then how long? How long did it take? 25 seconds or 20 seconds because I made a mistake. So if I do something like, if I do something like format the document, there's literally no difference between these two. Technically, I made a mistake here. Sorry about that. So there is literally no difference between these two, right? Why did this header come here? Crazy. So there is no difference between these two. So it takes maximum 25 seconds if you know what you're doing. How is this? How many of you already know this one? I'm pretty sure these two guys, these two folks know, Nikhil and Sai Aditya. It's called Emmet. And this is something which I always try to tell folks that if you're doing something cool, make sure you don't put your hard work in it, but work smartly. People don't see how hard you work, but how smart, because time is money. And in the workplace, you have to be very quick. And that's exactly what I showed you here. Okay, coming back to our blood donation portal. What we need to do is we want a header, the dark header here. So I'm going to get rid of this one and start going to work with the header part. So I'm going to put a header here. So for those, I guess for Arya, so if you look at this one, if I put something like CodingBlocks LPU blood donation portal, something like this. If I put this one, definitely everyone will be angry at me because it is not dark header. But at the same time, you just need to see how easy it is for us to convert this into dark mode. All I need to do is make dark equal to true. There you go. And one more thing I could do is, if I want to create the same thing, but for my own purpose, like Praveen's blood donation portal or something like that, I can do something like this. One header I wanted to have a centrally aligned thing. So justify content center. So this is the power of React. So you just need to write very simple amount of code and if there are something that is repeatable or configurable, we can also do those things. For example, like someone pointed out, we want a configurable header. Some people would like dark mode, some people would like light mode. We will be learning about states and props here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the class name here, starting with header. And then with header, we want justify content center. So this is something like this, but this dark mode, right? Here I want to use something called as state. This state is like, okay, I'm gonna teach you something about React. Okay, this dot state dot dark. So here I'm gonna create a dark variable here, and I'm gonna put as true here. If I save it, it is going to be true. Okay, and now if I copy this one and open it in a new tab, and if I, why? What did I do? This works. Check the render method of app. I'm in the render method of app only. So some other issue has come. Okay, leave it. Let's go back here and then use the dev tools that is here. So if you see here, there is header here. Okay, for this particular, why is this not coming? So technically this should work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna refresh this page, save it. Oh yeah, now it works. So in this header, I could see there is dark, which is true. Okay, so if I change it to false, I could see that the header has changed, and this can be made configurable by in a different way. How we can do is, let's have an event listener here. So what we are going to do is, let's put a button, btn primary, something like this, and then toggle, something like that. We are going to put. I'll also put some margins as well, M5, so that it is looking here. So now what I'm going to do is, for this particular button's code, I'm going to put on click, there is an event that's going to generate. Okay, I don't want the button to refresh the page. So I'm going to do event.prevent default. So prevent the default action of refreshing the page in the button. And then now I need to set the state. So if I directly change the this.state.dark equal to false, it will not work. So it will not update or re-render. So we need to make it re-render. So I'm going to use this.setState, and then dark is going to be, if it is dark, it needs to be true. If it is not dark, it needs to be false, something like that, right? So I'm going to do exclamation this.state.dark, so that if it is dark, it is going to make it light. If it is light, it is going to make it dark. Let's see how this works. So if I click on this toggle, it has become light mode. If I click on the toggle again, it has become dark mode. So far, how is it? Any question? I'm sorry, Samarth. Yes, I made a mistake. Sorry about that. I was blabbering something. We can also use React hooks, but since it is extremely for beginners, I guess it is better to use not React hooks right now, or else people will get confused, right? And there are different types of components as well. One is functional components, one is class components. What we are using is class components, because you can see there is on the top there is, it says class app, something like that, right? So it is class. So I hope so far it is fine, right? So let's start building the contents of what we want to do. Okay, so dark, let it be there. We want to have something like this. So I'm just going to copy this one and use the dark mode trigger here. So handle dark mode, handle dark mode, and I'm going to put an event. Oh, we have the event and everything. So it is here. So now I need to get rid of this button. So in case if someone is clicking on the header itself, that will change into dark or light mode. So on click, I'm going to put handle dark mode. So since this, if I click on this part, nothing is happening. So I gave on click, and then it should actually work. So let's refresh and see. Didn't work. Does someone know why it is not working? I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is not getting hit at all. I don't know what is happening here. So these are other problems that you will be facing. So sorry about that one. We have app, we have nav. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know why. That's my mistake. So this header doesn't implement on click and all. So yeah, got it. On click. So let's try to add on click. On click. Okay. So now if you click on this, yeah, got it. You hit. I know I hit. Cool. So that was my fault. So we have got so far to this level. So let's start with building something like adding a form or something like that. So okay, I guess it should be over ambitious for us considering the time now. Damn, we should have not taken this one. So let's use a container, a row, and inside the row, we will start with call 12, but it's going to be call 6 for the bigger screens. So SM6 star 2, there are like two different, say left and right. So we have got left and right parts. So we can even use container fluid here so that it does, why is it not? Okay, so we have got left and right parts here. So on the left, people can enter their blood group and other things. And on the right side, it is going to get the list of blood groups or something like that. All right. So how is it so far? Any questions? Okay, cool. Is it boring or interesting? Please tell that too. If I'm going faster, please let me know. I'll try to go slower. And here we will quickly add 3 options. So here we need a list of, like list, which is going to be an array. Each array is going to have a name. Let's start with mine itself, Praveen Kumar. Do we need age? I don't think we need age. We need the blood group. So we'll just put group. And then I'll put B plus VE, B positive. And then finally, we need one more thing, which is the contact number. So I'll just put my number. So instead of putting a number, I'll just put something like +44 9876543210. Okay, super. So we have got this particular list here. And in this part, we need the form here. So I'm going to put a H2 form. Please add. Okay. Add new. And then here on the right side, let's do this one. We need to have the list of blood groups really. So const blood groups. This is going to be, first one is obviously A positive. Then we have B positive. Then we have O positive. And then we have AB positive. Then we have all these negative groups as well. So AB, O, negative. So these are the different blood groups, right? Great. And let me add a space here as well. So now based on the blood groups, we should also do the filtering and other things. So what I'm going to do is add new, and here is a H2 list of donors. Okay, something like this. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to create let's have the list of donors here. So what we will be doing here is we will be using where is the bootstrap? There is something called as list group. So we'll use this list group, and in this list group, we are specifically using this particular list group. So we'll use this list group, or maybe we can use this particular list group. It looks really good. So I'm just going to copy everything from this and add it over here. I know this is going to be very bad. Let me put this bigger here. Let me make a bit smaller. Right. I need only one element here. So let me get rid of all these things. And now we don't want a href hash. Okay. So a href, and it should be something related to hash plus some kind of like an ID. Right, it is going to do something crazy. Now it just shows list group heading element and other things, and this should not be active. So let me get rid of this one. So it has got a list group heading, some placeholder content, and some small point. All we need to do is only two things. Instead of the small, we want this to be a label. Does it work? It doesn't work. I guess it's called pill. Nope. Okay, let's go back to this one and see what exactly this one is. Badge, I guess. Yeah, it is called badge primary, badge pill. Let's use this one and let's put this way. Good, this worked. The next thing that we are going to use here is, instead of having the heading name, this should be my name, the name of the person. So what I'm going to do is, this whole thing will be a repeated stuff. So I'm going to cut this and make this class into class name. And here we have got this .state .list. I'm going to map it, and each element will be having a, let's say, a donor, and then the ID of the donor, or we can call it as key. Since we are going to make everything like React is going to render all these things as duplicates, right? So at that point of time, we need to make sure we are giving an ID for it, which is going to be a key. So I'm going to put key equal to key. So right now it is showing only one because there is only one donor here. href is going to be hash plus key, so that this error will go away. And this is fine. This href is fine. The next thing that I'm going to change is, this should have donor dot name. Oops. If I put donor dot, it is going to show me all these options. I'm going to use the name here. So it says Praveen Kumar and some placeholder content and paragraph. So this 3 days ago should be my blood group. So donor dot group. We'll put that. It shows B positive here. And in this placeholder content, we can give the phone number, contact, and then I'm going to use donor dot contact. We don't need this small print. We can get rid of this. So we have got, in simple way, we have got this B positive and stuff like that. And I want to also remove this particular thing, which has got, oh, let's use MB1. And let's give P1, P2. Okay, that looks really nice, right? So far we have got something like this. What we did here is, okay, thank you so much. It is good. Hey, Gautam, nice to meet you here. Okay, so now the next thing that I'm going to do is, we need to add the contents like for the form. Before that, I feel very bad about the heading really. So I'm going to quickly go to the style and .app h2. I'm going to change it to font weight normal. Oops, normal, yeah. And then I'm going to do the font size as let's say 12 pt. That's so small. 16 pt. Yeah, that looks good. And I want some padding on the top and bottom. So I'll give 10, 0. Oops, 10 minus 0. Yeah, this seems to be far better than what it was before, right? So now what we are going to do is, let's go ahead and go to the app.js. Hey, before that, I forgot to change a couple of things. Let's go to flaticon.com. And then this flat icon, let's try to get an icon for the blood donation. So blood, we will put. Woo. Hey, which one is better? Shall we use this one? This looks really nice. Or let's see if there is anything else. Hey, this is what is blood donation, right? Cool. Blood bag. This is for blood test. This is something else. So we'll go with this one. How many of you are okay with this? Yeah, thank you, Arya. So let's go with this. So what we are going to do is, we are going to copy this PNG file. So this is the PNG file. I'm going to copy this. Do not hot link from any place. So we'll be using imgur.com, and then let's paste the link here. Let's put I agree for everything, whatever you say. Yeah, okay. So here's our PNG file. Now what I'm going to do here is in this index.html file on the top, there is something called, okay, theme color. We will make it as red. Oh my God. And for the blood donation title is good. Only the fave icon we need to change. This is the shortcut icon. So we'll just put this icon here. And the type, I guess it should have a type as well. Type. It's going to be image/png. So if we do this way, if I open this, I don't know whether this is going to work again or not. This is something weird is happening. Oh, it works. Okay, now you see this on the top in our, okay, I don't know how to zoom it better. So this shows the blood donation icon right now. So blood donation portal from CodingBlocks LPU. And we have got all these things set up and done. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is create the form and add the whole thing here. So this is going to demonstrate the power of React as well. So we are going to close all these things. Let's close everything. Let's go to our app.js. And here we need a form here. So let's start with a form. We'll go to the Bootstrap again, form. So we would be using just 3 elements. This actually works out. I'm going to copy this whole thing and go back, paste it here, save it. This will not work because this particular input guy has got a slash we need to put. So this form group, right? We need to again use some kind of a form stuff, but why is it not working here? Form group, oh, sorry. So if I do this way, it's going to show submit. We can put add and then button type submit, button type primary looks perfectly fine. So remember I have got this one, right? So there is also some form group here. Let's copy this one. It has got all these values that you need. I'm just going to create a new file here. Inside the components, we'll use form group.js. And then I'm going to paste it here. So this has the exact thing of the class name, form group, label, input. All these things are already which we discussed there. So now we need these 3 things, right? Name, group, and contact. Okay. So we will use these things. So form group. It's actually not working for some reason. So it says form group not defined. Right. So what I need to do is, since this is not working, I have to manually do this. So I'm going to do form group and then save it. Now it should work. Yeah, so now it worked, but it has got nothing in it. So we have got 3 things, right? So first thing is name, contact, group, blood group, or is it group? Okay, just let's make it as group. And then we have got contact, 3 things. So if I do .map and then this is the field, let's make it as key itself here directly. And then I'm going to put form group inside this one. So if I do this, first thing I need to do is key equal to key. You can already see that there are 3 elements here. So first thing I want to do is write a placeholder and put it as key, or enter name, enter group, enter contact. Okay. And next thing which I wanted to do is there is a label here. Again, I'm going to put it as key. Oops, sorry, key. And you have got this one. Now I need an ID. So that also is going to be key. Okay. So we have got enter name, enter group, or enter your name, enter your group, enter your contact. So this seems weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small mapper function, input map. So these are the couple of things that I generally do in my office work as well, in the production mission as well. So first thing is, let's try using name. I'm going to put your name. group, your blood group, contact, let's say enter your phone number, something like this. So if I do this way, this input map needs to be put it in the placeholder map. So in this placeholder, instead of putting this one, I'm going to put inp map of key. So it's going to say enter your name, enter your blood group, enter your phone number, which is good, right? So far we have done this one. Now the next thing that we want to do is these three things need to be controlled components. Controlled components. So what we are going to have is, along with this state, let's have a form. And then this form will have these three values here: name, group, and contact. Okay. So these three values will be initially empty. Okay. So now, instead of having this name, group, and contact here, I'm going to do object.keys, this.state.form.map, these things. So I just need to change only one place. Let's say if I want your age, all I need to do is add one more thing. It is going to create a form group for me directly, right? So this is the power of React again. So in case if you want to add something, you can immediately add it in this way. Now coming to our other stuff. So this is going to have the input map. And I want the input map in such a way that if it is group, I want it to be selecting from these set of blood groups. So let's quickly go to the form group and see if we have a drop-down menu. It is not there. So what we are going to do is, for this alone, for form group, which is a blood group, for that alone, we are going to change it into drop-down menu. So what I'm going to do is, type is going to be if t equal to group, then something else it's going to be text. Okay, so if I put password here, we will see that this is coming into a password, right? So we'll put text. So for this alone, let's do something else. So in this form group, I'm going to use type equal to this one. So if type equal to custom, then we need to do something else. So what I'm going to do is, if type triple equal to custom, then I'm going to use custom here. So this custom we can, okay, I'm actually learning a lot of things. I'm doing a lot of things now. I know it is going to be crazy. So let's see what best we can do. So we are going to give a custom output there. If not, oh, it should not be like this. It should be like this. Okay. So what I am going to do here? Oh, this is correct. It's going to be the custom thing. If not, it is going to render an input. So I'm going to put custom here. So if I do custom, it's going to show group as nothing. And here I'm going to put custom. And if I put a H1 thing or something like that, let's put a paragraph. Hey, this is a custom component. See, it's going to show it as custom component, right? So what we are going to do here is, inside the custom component, we are going to make a select. For some reason, select tag is not working. Does it work now? Yeah, it works. So it shows this way, right? So inside this, just for replacing the input alone, we are going to change it into select. So here is a select. So all you need to do is copy this one, paste it over there. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, import form group. Yeah, I have done that, Aditya. Okay, cool. So coming back to this one, so instead of class, I'm going to put class name. And the ID, I don't think I need the ID. So for this one on change, I'm going to give something like, so for first thing, I need to give a value here. So the value is going to be this dot state dot form dot group, and then options are here, right? So I'll just take only one option. So first option will be option value nothing, select a group, and then all these options will be coming, right? So I need to do this dot, no, not this dot state. So groups, blood groups dot map, and BG is going to be, I need an option here. Okay, here I would be getting a lot of select a group now. I know. So what I need to do is option value is BG, and then key is BG, and the group is going to be BG as well. Okay, if I do this, it's going to give me select a group, A positive, B positive, AB positive, O negative, O positive. All these things are here. Okay, let's also do a filtration on the right side. So far we have done this. Is it interesting? Is it boring? How is it going so far? We need to quickly finish it off. So I'm also sending you the link here quickly. So this is the link for the source code. If at all you don't have any, if you did not understand any part, or if you need to ask me any questions, please just put a message. Happy to explain. Okay, coming back to this one. So we have got all these things, right? Now we need to also how should I say? We need to get a button group filter. So there is something called as button group. So let's go for the button group. There is this basic example which we will take it, and I'm going to go to this guy where the list of donors are, and then I'm going to put this one here. Oops, sorry, this one here. So here we have got this button group, right? So I'm going to get rid of all these things, and I want it to be button primary again and BTN SM so that it is smaller. Okay, this button group, there will be multiple buttons which are based out of blood groups. So blood groups dot map again. So I'm going to put a map thing once again, and then I'm going to put BG. Then it's going to give me this one. So now first thing is key. So add the key as BG. And second thing is for you to know which group, BG here. There you go. I guess I messed it up. Sorry about that. Let's see it in the full screen mode. Okay, now you have got all these groups, right? Great. We need to also see the filter. So let's add one more thing in the state called filter. So filter is going to be all. Okay. And in our blood groups, let's copy this whole thing and add one more thing. Doesn't have BG, and let's add all. Okay. So if we see it here, refresh it, we'll be having all A positive, all these things are here. Okay. Now what we are going to do here in the classes, so all these class equal to should be changed as class name, or else console will start shouting at us. So clear all the console errors. Good. Now if I refresh this page also, you would be getting, you provided a value prop without on change for the select. Okay, got it. So for the select, I need to change that too. So I'll do that later. Right. So let's go ahead and quickly make things faster. Or should we go for a second part? Please tell me how many of you want a second part. So far we have done this, and we are running out of time because it is already 3:36 here, which means, what is the time there? It's already past 8. Sorry about that. Should we continue, or should we go for a second part? We are almost done, but Anyway, right. So for the form group, what we need to do here is the value we should be giving here. So value is going to be this dot state dot form of key. Okay, and then we need to do the on change as well. So on change. So this is the event. This dot set state, and we have this form. Add all the form value, and then we have to give e dot key equal to e dot target dot value. So if I do this way, and then the same thing I need to copy and paste as well here. So if I do the on change thing here from this, in the select, we have value, and instead of key, I'm going to give form group e dot target dot value. And now the fun part is I'm going to put a pre-formatted text here. I'm going to put a pre-tag here, and this pre-tag can have a BG light P1 MY2 border rounded. So if I do this, I'll be getting a small thing here. So I generally use JSON.stringify this dot state dot form. Okay. So if I use this and put null comma 2, I don't know how many of you have been using this particular way of doing things. So if I refresh this page, I would be getting this particular view here. Okay. So I've got name, group, contact. So if I start typing some, sorry about this. So if I start typing something here, you could see that this is the connected component. So whatever is being written here will be connected to this part. This is the connected component which I was talking about. So let's type in Praveen Kumar or something like that. You will be able to see that both the things are changing together. The same way if I select a group like this, thank you. Again. Why am I doing a lot of mistakes nowadays? Sorry about this. Come on, refresh it. It's gone. Okay. So if I type in Praveen Kumar or whatever it is, it's going to be here. If I select a group here, it is going to change this. If I select a group, click on select a group, it's going to go select a group. If I type in some contact number, it's going to change all these things here as well. So this is called as connected components. And I hope this is something new. And I use pre-tag to see quickly what is happening outside. So this is what I did here. And what next we are going to do is let's get rid of this pre-tag. And then let's add this guy on the right side. Okay. And I really want some margin for the button group as well. So let me put margin 2 or margin 3, not 23. Right. So we have got something like this. So this will be, again, I need to do one more thing here. So this has got this button primary, right? So I'm going to make this whole thing as a dynamic variable. And this primary is there, right? Before the primary, I want to put, is it outline primary or primary outline? I'm not sure. Buttons, you have got outlines, outline buttons. It's outline hyphen primary. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is in this point, if this dot state dot filter equal to all, then give outline hyphen. No, do nothing. If it is all, then give outline. Okay. So this is how it is. So for these guys, it's going to be the same. So I'm just going to copy and paste it here for the, oh, wait. It should be the whole class name, right? Let's copy the whole class name, put it over here. And it is not supposed to be all here. It should be BG. So you could see that these things are not actually correct. Like it's not selected. That way we can say, then we have to use the filter part, right? So this one, on clicking of this filter has to change. The same way which I have got here for the all button. This is the all button. On click, E, I'm going to do e.prevent default again. This dot set state, and I'm going to put filter. This filter value should be all. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. The same way, I'm going to copy this whole thing. And for the on click, instead of all, it has to be BG. Okay, now if I refresh this page, we kind of like get something like this. And if I click on this one, all is gone. You got it, right? What exactly is happening here? So if I click on any of these things, it's gonna update it like that. So that's about the filter part, but filter is not actually working at this point. So if I click on these things, this should go away, right? Because this is B positive. We haven't implemented filter. We have made the connected components here. So once we have made the connected components, we need to use the add event handler to add it to this guy, this list, right? So first thing what we are doing is on submit, handle submit. So handle whatever. Do we have a handle dark mode? I'm going to put handle submit here. So I'm going to create this handle submit thing here. So handle dark mode is here. This is handle submit. The same way I'm going to put E, and then I'm going to prevent the default action. Now I need to set state. We have this list guy here. This list guy should have this dot state. Oops, sorry. State dot list first, and then along with this, I want the current one. So current one has got okay, this is the current form, right? So I'm going to copy these three things. This is another thing which I'm going to teach you. It is called destructuring of all variables inside inside JavaScript. So this dot state dot form, maybe, yeah, form, right? So we are going to copy these three things. So this is the real object. So we are going to add this object here. So this way it should work technically, because it is going to update the state list along with our current group values. So if I type in something like, okay, who wants to add your value first? Who wants to be the first blood donor? No, currently I'm not using local storage, but I'm just using this particular thing. Like, what am I using here? Just the memory here. And, but yes, part 2, we can add local storage. We can add databases. We can export it or something like that. Okay, so Aditya, be positive. Cool. Okay, let me add Aditya, and you too be positive. Okay, fine. Let's go to this guy. Refresh this page. So Aditya, is it Aditya or, okay, let me copy and paste your name. Let me put full Sai Aditya. So Sai Aditya, blood group is B positive. Contact number is +919876543210. Adding it, I got your name here, bro. So thank you for being a part of the blood group blood donation portal. And we have got Aditya's picture, like Aditya's phone number and thing. So anyone who want buckets of blood, contact Aditya right now. So once we click on add, these things should be removed, right? So what we are going to do is, this is done, and form is gonna be this one. So we'll just copy this one. We'll just paste it over here and save it. So let me copy this name, refresh this page. So it's going to be Sai Aditya, be positive, and +9876, some number, press enter, boom. This page is cleared now. Now we cannot just like that keep on adding things, right? That is bad. So we will quickly add. I guess we have completed this. So it's good that within the correct time we are able to complete as well. One thing we need to do is kind of like a validation here. So the add button should not be visible or enabled, disabled. When should it be disabled? First thing, it should be like when this dot state dot form dot name Is it correct? Okay. Dot trim dot length is less than 3. At least 3 characters for the name, or for the phone number, for the contact, should be at least 5 characters. No, 10 characters. Some people will not put the thing. So this one, or group. This dot state dot form dot group should not be, should be equal if it is equal to all. See, not all. If nothing, then okay. So only if you type in your name, you or type in your contact number and then select your group, this add button will be visible. So here you go. So I guess that should be it for today. I guess it's a lot for today. We have learned a lot here. So everyone, what do you think? Sorry, I have taken so much. I have like put a lot of things inside this the stream, and I'm so sorry if everyone is like overburdened or something like that. How did you all feel? Go on, talk something, folks. You're all on mute.
Hello. So it was a great session. Really, it was interesting, and it was a knowledgeable session. We enjoyed a lot, and looking for lots of more sessions. And
one thing I wanted to say. So I really loved this layout. Whoever is the designer. Sorry, who was the designer again?
Yeah, Dhanesh Verma was the designer. Yeah.
Ganesh, you have done a really awesome job, man. I really love the design. Thank you so much for designing this whole thing. I wanted to give the shout out to you in front, but in the first session, but unfortunately, I totally forgot.
And one more person along with Dhanesh Verma, Akshit Ranjan, CEO of CodingBlocks. He also contributed in design. The main poster was designed by him. And
thanks both of you for doing this awesome design, and thank you for having me in the stream. And please take a full size screenshot and post it on LinkedIn. So if I find that post, I would like to give a small goodie as well, and connect with you on LinkedIn, so that in case of anything, like in case if you want to learn more, or there is one person who gave a nice message, like it is good to see the workflow, right? So this is how I generally work with companies and interviews, etc. as well. So people, please, whoever is here, add me on LinkedIn, tell that you attended this live stream, put a small message about what is your experience, what is your takeaway. I would really like to give you a small gift. And thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time, for coming and joining us and giving us so much of time. And
thank you, sir.
So, and this is a little notice to everyone. Kindly add, tomorrow we will have a session on UX or designing with Kalol Rai sir from IT. So stay tuned till then, and further further links and information you will get via links and WhatsApp. Still Code-Carvan is on. So enjoy and get a knowledge. Thank you, sir, and thank you for joining this session, everyone. Bye-bye to all.
So as usual, what I will say at the end of each session is stay home, stay safe. Health is important. Stay away from Corona. See you all. Everyone say bye.